You have no idea how tempted I was to cut off the opening with this picture.
Ah, I hate you. Hate you, hate you, hate you, hate you, hate you. Hi, guys. You're terrible.
Well, hijinks aside, welcome to the last episode of Jumping the Rail podcast for the year 2023. Menders, are you ready to kick this year out the door and start over again next week?
Yes, please.
It's exciting because starting this week, we're weekly. We're
I know.
no more every other Tuesday.
I know.
Yeah. We got some cool stuff planned, though.
We do.
We got a couple of guest announcements to lay out today. We're going to tell you what we're going to do on the 23rd. And then, of course, today is also, since it's the last episode of the year, it's time for our annual year in review 2023. There you see my assistant for the day, the American Dragon, Brian Danielson.
Yeah, because he had nothing better to do.
Right. You know what? I've been giving Danielson a little bit of shit for being the fine guy these days, but he made me chuckle. Apparently, he gave Rocky Romero a fine for wearing an eye patch, even though he doesn't have a broken orbital bone. So that made me chuckle, and
Okay. All right.
at least he's having fun with it.
Yeah, but did he give Jericho one too? Is that what I'm seeing online? Holy crap.
For saying he doesn't read the handbook?
Yeah. I was like, what in the world is going on here?
Oh, Jericho got played like a fiddle by our favorite wrestling attorney, Stephen P. New.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of the best Christmas gifts I got yesterday, seeing that on social media.
I laughed a lot. I even cackled. It got to that much.
It's good when they can get a cackle out of you, Menders.
Yep.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we were supposed to be joined by our buddy Gary Vistelio. He had to work late. He will not be with us, but he sends his love. But that doesn't mean you can't buy his T-shirt. It's for BrainbusterTees.com. There you see the bearded dragon there. I still got to get mine, but so most of the show's going to be revolving around this year in review list that we got, Menders, because it's kind of a long list of categories. We got about last year we made an effort to cut the categories down and go shorter. We went about 2 hours last year, but we had more stuff to. I just have too many ideas. I just keep throwing stuff in there. But
well, yeah, I have like for each of them. Like I have some for AEW and I have some for WWE. So
yeah, mine, as everybody knows, when I do my list, it covers kind of the gamut of all the companies. So it should be a lot of fun. I love doing the year in review. The first year it was me, Narge, and our buddy Keith Gibson. Last year was me and Gary. So this year's you and me, Menders. So it's never the same team each time.
You're always here though, Reb.
I'm always here. I'm like I'm just Mr. Regular. I'm here. Also, since we'll talk about it tomorrow. Also, but happy early birthday, Menders. Tomorrow is your birthday.
Tomorrow is my birthday.
You only turned 29 once, Menders.
I know. Are we going 29 or 27? I think we could do either or.
You're the birthday girl. It's your choice.
We'll go 29. 29 and holding.
Yes, 29 and holding. There you go.
So, never got out of my 20s. It's all right.
Yes. We will be doing the big birthday episode of the 01 Shootout tomorrow. We got our buddy Mr. Christmas going to be joining us, Robert Leach.
Yay!
I kind of want Mr. Christmas to stick around all year.
Well, we got a lot to talk about because, tomorrow, I'm just going to throw this out there. Joey's fighting Santa Claus.
This is true.
So,
there's
nothing... I might have to make a track down to Thursday Night Throwdown just to make sure that there are no chicanery going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nothing more heelish than cheating to beat Santa Claus.
Right?
You'll have to let me know how it goes. My brother's bringing the brew up this week, so Thursday I will be in Danville. But next week I think we're planning on going to Edgewood.
I think isn't the whole crew going?
I think so. With a good reason. Mad Dog Connolly and Camaro for the title.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest match in the history of Thursday Night Throwdown in 01.
And we'll find out too who BA's opponent is, I believe.
Well, if you want to hear more about that,
or Thursday,
watch the shootout tomorrow and every Wednesday here on the JTR Podcast Network. something I did want to bring up, Minders, something you and I and the wife and our buddy Barry have a very vested interest in is the Squared Circle Expo in Indianapolis in the end of March. And they kind of got crazy with all the guest announcements this past couple weeks, Minders.
Oh, I'm so excited. There are so
Oh,
many that
I'm
I'm so excited
stoked.
to see now.
It's going to be a good time.
It is. It's going to
Oh,
be a
hey, my
great
buddy
time.
Steve Morris is in the chat. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Thoughts on the Iron Claw? I have not seen it yet. I just haven't had a chance to. I've heard good things though. Uh, I'm always a little bit leery of like biopics, especially when it's something that you know I got a vested knowledge in. So I'm curious how much they got right. Steve, he says it was fantastic. I'm definitely gonna be seeing it. Just got to find time to get out there.
I said we've had a busy weekend.
We really have. Oh, it's Christmas, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we got a buddy here. Hi, AJ. Are you
Hey,
muted, sir? Ah, there you go.
Can you hear us?
can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep,
we
we
can
can you
hear
hear me?
you. Can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you. I can hear you just fine.
All right.
Sweet.
I hope you did your homework today, sir.
Yeah, I have a whole list of things and honorable mentions.
Nice.
Well,
Oh,
hello,
there-
Turbo.
Yeah, as you'll notice, I'm not on the side of the room I normally am. That's because I got home. My tablet was on 3% battery. It's got some charge now, but also charging one charger. So I got to be in proximity to that or this side of the room.
Gotcha. Oh,
Did we
hello.
Are you getting audio from me this time than we was last time?
Yeah, you sound great. You're fine.
Okay, good. Because I listened to that last one and whoo, I'm sorry.
It was a little
Hey,
rough. It's all right.
AJ. Nice choice in shirt.
Hey.
Showing off the Christmas prizes there. Very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, AJ, you don't need to apologize about audio because if you listen to the first few episodes after I started doing this from my house, then I've got no position to complain.
Fair enough, but I figure till I get like a nice like actual headset like y'all have, I figure these are better than nothing, and that'll get me through.
Oh yeah.
Mark, did you still want me to run through who else is going to be at
Let's-
Squared Circle?
Yeah, let's run through what we got going on. There you see the graphic you get. That's a cool graphic. I have
That
to
is
get the
cool.
T-shirt this year.
They're going with. Are they going with that, or are they going with the Saved by the Bell looking one?
I don't know. Maybe both. I'm not sure.
Oh, that
So
one gives me a little
anyway-
bit of Great American Bash vibes.
Yeah. So, Reb, we've got Barbie Blank,
Mhm.
formerly known as Kelly Kelly, Breeze, which for Tyler Breeze,
Right.
Brian Myers, Charles Wright, Crazy
Godfather,
Steve.
for those that don't know.
Yeah, Godfather for those that don't know. Crazy Steve, Christy
I love
Hemme,
Crazy Steve.
Dirty Dango,
Mm-hmm.
D'Lo Brown, EC3, Eric
Nice.
Bischoff, Greg Valentine.
Nice.
The Headbangers are going to
Hey,
be
real
there.
quick.
So
Real quick, you talked about Greg Valentine. I got to show you. When I go, I'm getting this signed by the Hammer.
that's
It's my
awesome.
1985
Nice.
Topps card. It was "Let Go of My Toe." So I will definitely be getting that signed by the Hammer.
Bari definitely needs to wear his cornet shirt again because we got the Headbangers that are going to be there.
Oh boy.
We got Heath Ledger, Honky Tonk Man,
Heath Ledger?
IRS.
How did they dig him up?
Heath?
You said Heath Ledger.
Sorry,
Heath-
I said the wrong thing. I meant Heath Slater.
Real quick,
and that's not a good joke, Reb. That was a terrible joke.
I'm sorry.
either of y'all see the Headbangers match on that Samhain pay-per-view?
Uh-uh.
The gimmick was every time that there was a near fall, they had to do a shot. Whoever got, yeah,
It was them against the Southern Six, Alex
Yeah.
Taylor and Kerry Morton.
yep,
Oh boy.
Yeah, there was some doozies of stipulations on that pay-per-view.
yeah,
So I would have hated it, basically, is what you're telling me.
yeah. Starting to think maybe the James Mitchell incident wasn't the only reason CW said nah, never mind.
I don't know. I'm going to get into that here in a few weeks, and I'll tell you why here at the later on in the show. Menders, keep going there. After the headbangers.
Who did I say last? IRS.
Headbangers.
Oh, headbangers.
I think so.
No, it was past that because Heath is past that. Honky Tonk Man, IRS, Jake Christ, Jeff Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea how to say Elias's real last name?
How to spell it?
Jeffrey Sciullo.
I think it's like Shulo or something.
Shulo. Okay. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Hey, Jimmy Hart's gonna be back, Reb.
Nice.
Kane, Coco Beware, and hopefully with the bird. We're all hoping.
I'm hoping with the bird. I'm getting a picture with that damn bird if he's there.
We got Lex Luger. We got Lita.
Nice.
Mark Henry. Oh, AJ, it's your favorite. It's Matt Mid-Cardona.
Brings
Matt
down
Hardy.
the event just by showing up.
Hey, Kane's gonna be there.
Good. Hopefully he'll yeet him off of something in a wheelchair again.
You got to bring your wheelchair with you, Menders.
Yeah.
It's already broke once. Do we really want to break it again?
That's true.
Are you planning on needing it again?
No, I'm not planning on it, but you never know. Matt Riddle, Mick Foley, Mickey James, Miro, the Nasty Boys, Rhino, Rob Van Dam, Ron Simmons.
Damn.
Scott, there you go. Thank you. Scott Norton, Scott Steiner, Sean Waltman for Xbox, for those of you that don't know. Shane Douglas. Did you see Shane's only going to be there Friday night?
I didn't see that. That's a bummer.
That's a bummer. Sky Blue. Sonny Ono, Sting, Tajiri, Ted DiBiase, Teddy Long, Tommy Rich, and Ultimo Dragon is what they have already said.
Damn, y'all getting Tajiri.
Uh-huh.
I gotta tell you, I was stoked to hear Wildfire Tommy Rich is gonna be there.
Yeah.
A little jealous over Tajiri and Ultimo Dragon, though.
Yeah. If you get a picture with them, you got to do it the way they did it on Nitro, where Sonny holds the camera out.
Yeah.
So you'll have to go through and kind of check it out to make sure what days they're going to be there. We'll have to get that all organized. So who we're going to get to on Friday and who will hit Saturday.
Yes.
So.
I think, did they say Sting's only on Saturday?
I'll double check, but I think so. Square.
Well, you know darn well that the Expo in the last 2 years has been my favorite weekend of the year, and this is going to be no exception.
Last year was our first year, right? Mine and Bari's first year.
Yeah, that was our second. Me and the wife went the year before that,
and it was so fun, so fun. You said Sting you wanted to know about.
Yeah, I'm curious
I think he's only there one night.
Okay.
Sting's raking in those retirement tour. He's going to be fresh off of that around the time off his last match for that.
Saturday only. Sting's only Saturday.
Okay. Gotcha.
So is Tajiri. Tommy Rich is there both nights. Ultimo Dragon's only Saturday.
I'm kind of hoping Tommy's wrestling.
That'd be fun. We only have to put up with Sky Blue on Friday only, so.
She must be working Collision.
Oh boy. AJ, should I go steal Bari's 01 belt and have Sky Blue sign it?
Do it. Do it.
Oh shit! Just have Bari bring it.
Yeah, I'll have Bari bring it. Bari, bring your belt. We're gonna have Sky Blue sign it. Oh boy!
I'll tell you what, I think I am gonna be. I have to get the WCW world title from the early '90s because everybody but Vader and Flair that have held that belt are gonna be there that weekend. So
yeah. So you better save. You got to save it for the belt and for the.
The autograph. Yeah. Yes.
Try to get a energy sponsorship for the thing. Flair will show up.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for
he did randomly show up at the dispensaries in Champaign that are selling his brand of weed a few weeks ago. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Yeah. So, if anybody there selling anything of one of his brands, it's a possibility he'll just show up.
There you go.
I
I'm
don't
also
want to
hoping
take
the
the
tax
chance
man
of.
is generous this year.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to take any chances on missing. I'm definitely getting. I want Lita, Matt, and Jeff, and I want all of them together. I'm hoping we get them all together
Yeah.
because that
hoping
might be
for-
one that, like I did with MJF last year, where I went ahead and got the package where you get the picture plus the
the
meet and
autograph.
greet. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm hoping for a Money Inc. photo op.
Yep,
I wouldn't hate a Rhythm and Blues and Jimmy Hart photo op.
that would
If
be
the
fun.
opportunity-
You've got them both. You've got everybody.
Yeah. I think
Nation of
did Barry say-
Domination.
I
Yeah,
think
you
Barry's
have-
hoping for the nation.
Yep. And he wants with Coco.
Well, I want Coco
could
too.
you not?
If he has the bird, that is the
Mhm.
caveat.
Well, yeah, but
That's-
if you remember, Barry even said he wanted Coco where
He wanted
didn't
Coco-
want. He didn't want Coco beware.
No, he
wanted.
can have Coco. I want the bird. I want a picture with the bird. No disrespect to Coco.
But that's going to be a fun time.
It will be a great time. Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll get there a little earlier than we did last year. But
Yeah, that is the plan. Oh, this year we don't have to worry about getting stuff done with the car. 'Cause
that's
when we were
true.
trying to buy the new car, so we had to stay in town for a bit.
I thought it was the cat. Was the cats were the
That
other
too.
issue.
Well, that too. We had to drop the cat off at the borders. So and we'll be doing that again next year. But
Yeah, but if you
We'll-
don't have to do
we'll
the car
plan better.
stuff, then yeah, you can
Yeah.
plan better.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
are we going to get into this? Because we're going to talk and talk and talk and talk.
oh
and
yeah,
talk about
we
this.
we sure are. So
Do you
like
think
we
we're
s-
going to jump the rail, so to speak?
Oh, we will.
already have.
We already have.
All right. So, like you said, thank you, Brian, holding up the sign year in review 2023. We're going to try and do this in the same order that we did, except I think we got a couple of new categories this year
Okay.
that we're
Which
going to
ones
get
were
into
the new
first.
categories?
The new ones were Ring Announcer of the Year and Independent Wrestler of the Year.
Okay.
So let's start off with.
Hi, Terps.
Oh, we are a feline-friendly podcast for sure.
I wonder if Sammy will hop up here at any point.
He might. Who knows? All right. So we're starting with match of the year.
No. That's the last one. That's
Oh,
always our
okay,
big.
where are
That's
we
our big
starting
finale,
at?
Menders.
Okay.
So let's start off with the new ones, just because
Okay.
we have them handy. So let's start off with Ring Announcer of the Year.
Oh my gosh, you did it for all of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, this is gonna be fun.
Is that the folder
I
he
don't-
sends people their fines in? Is that what he sends people the bill in?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have pictures of all my winners, but I got the graphics for all the categories.
Okay.
All right, so
Well, we don't really have
Menders-
winners. We're just discussing it,
No,
right?
we're just saying our favorites, our choices. So,
Okay.
all right, so Menders, since
Don't start with
technically-
me on this one.
All right, well, since AJ is our guest, let's start with AJ. So, out of all the ring announcers that you've seen on TV or otherwise, AJ, who is your pick for ring announcer of the year?
Oh, TV or otherwise? I had this as I kind of went with the main on the world stage for a lot of my picks because I thought we were talking mostly.
Honestly, so did I. So it's not a big deal. But
Well, knowing that, I would have said the sharpest dressed man in the business, Robert Leach.
I was
Mr.
gonna say,
Christmas,
if Rob's an option, I'm going with Rob.
But if we're talking on a nationally televised promotion, I had to go with Samantha Urban.
I will agree with him on that
I-
one.
She
like
puts
her.
that oomph in it, especially when she's announcing for Gunther. Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
she put that oomph into it, and I like it.
did I hear right that she actually got told not to like ham it up so much by the brass now when
The
when
Greens
Chelsea comes
put-
out?
Is what I
Yeah.
heard. For Chelsea Green
Chelsea.
specifically.
Okay.
I guess
yeah,
it's-
she's got to do the Imperium her way because it's yeah. You ever see like the little like the pin camera footage of like her sitting in her chair when she gets up to make her ring announcements and you see
On
the
her
look her
TikTok? Oh,
face?
She has them
Yeah.
on her TikToks. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're awesome.
Like, jeez.
She's been doing a great job. She did a great job this year, so I'm going for her.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. I also want to. I was also thinking about MLJ from GCW always does a great job too. So he's the guy that I chose, but I can't argue with Samantha Urban either. She's really good. I hope Ricochet never gets in trouble where she yells at him because he's not going to win a
Right?
shouting match with her.
Or Justin Roberts in AEW does a pretty good job too, and his strength. His strength though. Once again, it was not this year that I went to AEW. I went way back in like 2019. Yeah, 2019 or
That's
so.
when I went too.
Yeah,
When
and
you all went.
he did a good job of like hyping up the crowd and keeping the energy up when they're about to come back from commercial break. And
Yeah.
he's really good at that like crowd interaction in that context. So he does that very well.
He's got kind of a South Park character look on his face when he gets that goofy grin on his face when he's like standing there. But
Are you putting up Bari's pick? Bari has his pick in the comments.
Bari has his pick. There you go. Bari's agreeing. The ring announcer of the year for me is the Dapper Yapper Justin Roberts. So
there you go.
not a bad call. He's got the pipes, that's for sure.
Yeah, he does.
I can't stand the way he calls John Moxley.
No, because he started doing that shit with Cena. He started doing that shit with Cena back in the day, but now he has to have somebody named John on the card so he can still do it.
I guess. Good Lord.
He does kind of something similar with Kenny Omega too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's certain people I can handle him announcing. There's others I can't.
Yeah. Well, it seems like a nice guy though, Chicago guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of Justin Roberts, we're going to throw it to his favorite wrestler for our next category. Brian, if you please. So, Independent Wrestler of the Year, our other new category. So, this one, Minders, I know you were having some issues. Like
I was.
figuring out the criteria on this one.
I was, because I thought it had to be like the bigger independents.
Oh, no, independent across the board. But,
So I changed mine.
all right, well,
But
would you like to go first this time?
Sure. So I have two.
Okay.
And so the first one is, of course, 01's Jimmy Carrot. And
Of course.
duh.
Natch.
Everybody expected that one. And then the other one is actually Brian Keith, because I was real impressed with him.
The Bounty Hunter.
Lot.
Bounty
He did a lot
hunter.
himself over on Ring of Honor Final Battle. He did a lot to get over there.
If
I've
it
seen
comes,
quite a
if,
bit of him in GCW, too.
if I couldn't pick, since I didn't know about 01 was a candidate,
It's an
I
indie.
went.
Of course it is.
Well, I know, but still,
Minders, come on.
I was thinking more like MLW,
Yeah.
GCW. I was thinking the bigger ones.
Yeah.
So
Also, as a tangent for
shut
Ring
up,
Announcer of the
Ari.
Year, it should be noted that Rob Leach is the 01 USA Shooty Award winning Ring Announcer of the Year this year.
yes,
So,
Yes, he is.
all right.
Barry, I'm not going deeper on my carrot pick. I think everybody knows.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: if anybody listening out there, if you have not seen Jimmy Carrot work, I definitely highly recommend going on YouTube, finding some of his stuff because it is very good.
He is very good at what he does, and he's a great storyteller in the ring.
He
And a
knows
good
what he's doing.
And a good promo. Holy crap, he's a good promo.
Mm-hmm.
I would say one of the better promos on the indies altogether.
Period.
Period. Yeah, across
You
the board.
know, I think there's some people that he's even better than in AEW.
I don't think that's a overstatement.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. He's definitely one of the more underrated men in the business right now.
Very much so.
Yes.
I'm hoping we hear from him tomorrow, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see. Bari, since you're in the chat, who's your indie wrestler of the year? So while we're typing, AJ, we'll go to you.
Well, my independent wrestler of the year, with the honorable mention of the Quad Father Camaro Jackson, Had to give him an honorable mention because Yeating Benjamin Trust lives rent free in all of our heads, and
And we love him.
Yes.
But my pick for Independent Wrestler of the Year is Max the Impaler.
Oh,
They,
Ooh, good
they've
call.
been
interesting.
they've been all
good
over
call.
the world winning titles this year and defending them too. They've been in the United States, in Japan. They went to Helsinki, Finland, defending that NWA TV title. Like they've been putting in the work, traveling the miles, and wrestling every damn where they can. Like they've been all over the damn place.
Max
I
had a
love
hell of a
Max.
match with.
Slow
I
down
remember
anytime.
Max's match with the Cobra last year in Mattoon was a banger.
Right?
Yeah.
And Cobra could have been my pick, but I went another option. Real quick, Bari actually did say Brian Keith for his
All
Indie
right.
Wrestler of the Year. So
We got two for
So-
the bounty hunter then.
shout out to the Bounty Hunter, and
Hey,
I'm a
I
fan.
think he really impressed a lot of us at that last ROH.
Oh
at
man.
the ROH, whatever
Final
one
battle.
was we just watched. Yeah, Final Battle.
Yeah,
'Cause-
nobody did more to try to get themselves over
No.
that night than Brian Keith did, and I think he did a phenomenal job.
He did great.
All right. Well, as far as my pick goes, I'm going to go GCW, and I'm picking Blake Christian, who's their current world heavyweight champion.
Good pick.
Yeah, he's made the rounds in like Ring of Honor and other indies. He's a Tennessee guy, so.
Who did he wrestle on Final Battle?
Oh shit, I can't remember.
Yeah,
But
he
he's
wrestled
been,
on there.
But basically, he's been doing the heel thing this year, and he's GCW's top heel.
Well, he's the
He's-
one that broke Cardona's arm.
Oh, so he's the biggest baby face in the world then.
To you, yes.
Give him all the belts.
Give him all the belts.
Well, right now he's got the probably the biggest indie belt in the country in that GCW World Heavyweight Championship. And
Let him beat
he's got
Roman.
he's got Nick Gage sniffing after that belt now. So
Is he
Ooh.
in TMDK?
who?
Blake
No,
Christian?
No, that's Zack Sabre Jr., Shane Haste, Mikey Nichols,
Mikey
Bad Dude
Nichols.
Vito, and a dude who I cannot name, but I've seen him.
And also Bronson Reed when he's not wrestling for Vince.
He must have
Oh,
been
that's
on. He
That's
must have been on the pre-show then.
Yeah, he was
I
on
think
the
he was on
pre-show.
Okay, hold on.
Singles match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrestled somebody, and it was pretty good, though. Was it
Oh.
Garcia?
It
Was
was
it Gar-
Garcia. It was Daniel
Oh.
Garcia.
Yeah, it was him
That'd
and
be a hell of a
Garcia.
match.
They had a good match.
They did.
Yeah. All right. That would be a hell of a match,
Although-
especially if Garcia's not dancing.
Can I call out Bleacher Report on something? I think it's hilarious.
Sure.
Is that's where I just found it at?
Well,
Black-
okay then.
Black
Daniel
Christian.
Garcia versus Black Christian.
Yeah, well.
That could be anybody.
That right?
There's plenty of Black Christians out there. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
If we ever go to a GCW show, Minders, you're making a Black Christian sign for when he comes
All
out.
right, I'll do it. Bleacher
And you-
Report says
And you can carry it in your nifty
my
sign
new
holder
nifty
now.
bag that I have. I'm so excited. Everybody will get to see it on the 20th.
Yes. All right. Well, let's get into the regular categories that we always do here, and I'm going to do it in the same order we always do. So we're going to start off. Brian, are you ready? There you go. Finisher of the year. So what was
Ooh.
and AJ? I saw your question on the chat today. It kind of encompasses everything.
Okay. Well, I didn't really know what you wanted out of a finisher of the year, like most protected finish, or just something that's generally the most cool looking, or what?
A little bit of everything on that. So
All right. Well, I went with the honorable mention of Damian Priest's "South of Heaven" chokeslam.
that's a sweet chokeslam.
I love
And a
it.
good Slayer reference.
And but my pick is he's been doing it for years, but it's cool, so I'm gonna give it to him. Alexander Hammerstone's Nightmare Pendulum.
Oh, that is cool.
Right?
And he's strong enough he can do it to anybody.
Absolutely. He did. Jacob Fatu.
Good lord.
Oof.
Whew, buddy.
God, that thing
that's
is
a strong
nasty.
man.
Thing is nasty.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Now he's a heel in MLW. Who's teaming
I
up
think
with
he finished
Cardona.
up there actually.
Oh, did he finish up? Because
Yeah,
know
I
he
think being
was doing a
turned
thing with Mr.
over
St. Laurent.
one off to put somebody else over, and then he was done.
Oh, okay. So you never know
He
where
is
he's going to wind up. He's feuding with Richard Holiday in GCW right now. So, Menders, let's go to you. Finisher of the year.
Okay, so my honorable mention is
Barry, you're on deck.
is the last symphony that Gunther does. The
Gunther.
Powerbomb. Yeah. That's my honorable mention.
He's got a handful of good finishes because he also does that
does.
version of Emerald Flosion too.
Yeah.
And sometimes he gets the 3 with a lariat, and sometimes he gets the 3 with the splash off the top too.
Right? Or
Right.
a sleeper.
Or Sleeper.
Yeah. Sleeper. He's
Yeah.
got so many ways he can
He's
put
a-
you.
My
Yeah,
favorite
that power
though
bomb.
is the
Oh.
power bomb.
Yeah.
But the person or what I picked for my finisher of the year, because I thought it seemed fitting, is a J Driller.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think
yes.
I think it needed to go over, especially after I watched. You know what? If we could just see Mark and Lethal in the ring all the time,
Mhm.
That's
I'd be
that-
fine.
That's the kind of match that every match in that tournament should have been.
Yes,
If they
it
could
was
have
so good.
And
Has
the
anybody
thing
kicked
kills
out of
me-
the J Driller ever since Jay passed? Has anybody
Yes.
kicked out
I
of?
don't.
Lethal
I don't
Lethal
f-
kicked out of it,
Oh,
but wait, no, Mark kicked out of it because Jay did it. Jay Lethal did it to Mark in the
Well,
last. I
if
just
a
well,
professional
that's
does
okay.
it, then it doesn't work.
yeah. So
That's okay.
Nobody has kicked out of Mark doing the J Driller.
Interesting fact.
well, if
our
anybody can
first-
kick out of it, it's Mark. So
Right.
if any fun bit of info, our first ever year in review, that move was my finisher of the year, but it was the Josh Alexander version called the C4 Spike.
Ah.
But
Yeah.
I love that butterfly pile driver though; it's so cool.
Well,
it's
like I
sick.
said, I just thought it felt fitting,
It-
and
Yeah,
Jay
and
didn't
it is
really
a
fit anywhere
it
else.
is a great
in
finish.
It,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had to go with the J Driller.
Yeah, I won't argue with that.
If AEW is going to call out Jay Briscoe on their Twitter, then might as well call out his finish in the year in review.
Yeah.
All right,
Bari, all right. Bari and I actually agreed on this one, so we have the same one. We both went with the Tsunami from Bronson Reed.
Ooh,
I love it. It's simple. It's a
Mhm.
400-pound man just coming down off the top rope, landing on somebody and squashing him.
simple and effective.
It got me thinking.
Work
Because
smarter,
you
not
look at-
harder.
You look at, and that's it. You see all these guys doing flips and triple indies, whatever, off the top rope. And you think back to Jimmy Snuka back in the day. You know why his splash was such a big deal when he did it to somebody.
Nobody else did it.
Nobody else did anything off the top rope.
Nope.
And Jimmy didn't have to do a swanton. He just did it. He was built like a brick shithouse. He just had to do a big splash because, all due respect to Juice Robinson, Jimmy was rock hard back then. But yeah. Oh jeez.
She
Turbo
went
Moved her.
Turbo
She
is-
was not happy.
Turbo was insistent on getting some TV time here.
Apparently.
I'm just trying to keep her from flashing her booty hole at the camera. This is a PG show.
She's like, "Don't hold me back."
Let me flash
Turbo,
my
you're
beauty
not
hole.
starting the cats.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
So our next category here is Brian. Thank you. Male wrestler of the year. So,
Okay,
babyface
so I
or heel doesn't matter.
I stuck with
Just,
the main. From now on, I'm the main roster, basically.
Same for the most part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
same
basically the
with me.
same. Okay,
Same with me.
all right. So who's up first? AJ, you go first.
AJ, why don't you go first? You and Turbo.
Well, I don't think I really need to defend this pick all that much. Male wrestler of the year, Gunther.
Ah,
He has consistently put on great matches been dominant the whole time and made the Intercontinental title worth watching and worth looking at again. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to argue anybody had a better year so consistently as Gunther has.
Right.
Okay. I'll go with Gunther.
Who'd you have,
Same.
Reb? I'll go last. Well, Bari, you're on deck. Who'd you get, Reb?
I actually went Will Ospreay for this one.
Oh,
Just the impact he's had, no pun intended. He's been going all over the place, defending
he's been everywhere.
He had the New Japan UK Championship for a while. Had a hell of a match with Josh Alexander on Impact. If you get a chance to check it out, and yeah, just regularly, just a consistently great wrestler. And I remember when he was like the junior heavyweight back in the day, but he's evolved.
He put on
not
muscle.
Only not only did he put on muscle, but he's adapted his style, so he's not doing as much of the crazy shit as he used to do.
Well, he kind of has to, because if he keeps doing the crazy shit, he ain't gonna be able to do shit by the time he's 40.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the match he had with Omega at Wrestle Kingdom was. I mean, I know everybody's opinion of Omega in the ring here, but that was a friggin' fantastic match. He pulled a good match out of. What?
The Mike Bailey match at Impact
Yes.
was great too. Yeah.
Yes. He even pulled a good match out of Jericho.
Oh,
And that
he
takes
did,
a lot of work.
didn't he?
Bari is chiming in. He's going with Swerve for male wrestler.
Oh,
There's definitely a case for Swerve.
Definitely.
Hey, also
but-
as a footnote, also we mentioned Omega. Speedy recovery to Kenny Omega.
yeah.
Announced he's got diverticulitis and.
Is
That's
it true,
nothing
AJ? Is the finisher on the game called diverticulitis?
Yep. Oh, people were complaining about that when the game first came out. People have been known and been mad about that this whole since the game came out.
That makes me chuckle.
But while we're talking video games, I do love, as an Assassin's Creed fan, I love the Assassin's Creed references and Will Ospreay's stuff. He calls himself the Assassin, and his finisher's called the Hidden Blade.
Mhm.
Yes.
And if you're not familiar with the Assassin's Creed, the Hidden Blade is a one-hit kill. So yeah, I think that's a hell of a name for a finisher, and I dig the reference.
Move looks brutal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he just fucking cleans their clock with that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's move on here. We're making some pretty good.
Do I not get to do mine?
Oh, I'm sorry, Menders. You definitely get to go. I'm so sorry. I lose track very easily doing this. So you gotta keep me in check.
I'm trying. I went, okay, so apparently I went for the low-hanging fruit because I went with WWE and I went with AEW. So for WWE, I had Roman. He's still champ.
He's still champ.
he's
At least
No, I
until
actually-
Mania.
And I went with MJF because MJF is working his ass off right now. Between having to defend for the ROH and the AEW stuff, regardless of what the storylines are, anybody that's in the ring that much deserves a little credit. And he's working his ass off.
He's doing what he can to get that whole devil angle over.
He is. Yeah, jeez.
Him and Joe are doing what they can.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, you can put Tony away now.
Thanks, guys.
Where'd you get a
Thanks,
picture of my sleep paralysis demon?
Oh, Tony looking extra Herb Abramsy in those pictures.
Yeah.
Oof.
All right, now we can move on. Daniel?
Ah.
Daniel?
My name is Brian. He's gonna find you for calling him Daniel.
I don't give a
Yeah. You're going to get an eco-friendly envelope in your mail.
shit.
Yes.
Oh, darn the
All right.
luck.
All right, female wrestler of the year. It only makes sense after we did male wrestler. So let's go to the ladies here. AJ, let's start with you.
Well, I have an honorable mention for this one. I think we probably all have the same person, and if not, pretty obvious. But I do want to give the honorable mention to NWA's Camille Brickhouse.
Ah, the Brick House.
She did drop the NWA women's title at 813 days this year. She held that belt for over 2 years. She defended it against the likes of Max the Impaler, Taya Valkyrie, Natalia Markova, and yeah, one day her and Charlotte are going to main event WrestleMania.
Oh, take my money.
Take
And
my money.
she did drop the belt to Kenzie Page earlier this year, and I think, well, since she dropped the belt, now's the time to acknowledge her long ass reign in these year-end awards. So I'd like to have her as an honorable mention.
Yeah.
And I think I heard that she's finishing up too with the NWA. So I
Good,
don't
send
know
her
what
somewhere where
plans are. Just keep her away from Tony.
Put her on
Let
a
her
main
make-
stage.
But my pick is Mommy.
Yeah, Tony. Okay, so we have Mommy.
Okay, so you're going
Bari
Rhea.
has his in the chat.
Oh, yep, Bari. Bari also going with Mommy, Rhea Ripley, with Becky Lynch as an honorable mention.
Okay.
Okay.
There's an argument. There's an
go
argument for Becky.
There is.
ahead. Sure.
Because Becky went with Trish this at the beginning of the year. So yeah,
Mhm.
there's an argument there.
I did enjoy their cage match.
Yeah.
Yeah, they re-showed that on Raw last night. They were doing their
Yep.
own little rear in review. Yeah, that
Very
very different show.
That's terrible.
But who's had a better year than Rhea?
Right.
She hasn't been pinned all year.
Yep.
And even if she's not defending her belt on the pay-per-view, she's somehow involved with whatever Judgment Day is doing. You're always going to get her on her screen, being involved, being dominant, and doing what she's going to do. I don't think any woman in the business has had a better year than Rhea Ripley.
So
I can't argue with you. I mean,
No.
Rhea's awesome. I am going to go with somebody different on mine. So, Menders, did you say Mommy also?
I have 3.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Well, I
Well,
have
I'll
an
let you go
honorable
first.
mention, and then I have one for AEW and one for WWE. So
All right.
obviously, my WWE is Rhea.
Okay.
Actually, my one for AEW was Statlander,
Yeah.
and my honorable mention was Julia Hart for how much she
Oh.
has
Oh.
grown this year.
She has improved so much.
Yes.
Yeah, Julia's
thought
really
about that.
been
I
bounds.
thought about adding a most improved category this year, but I didn't do it. But if I had, she would definitely be up there.
Yeah.
Maybe next
'cause
year.
She
Maybe
is
next year.
definitely grown leaps and bounds.
that
And
moonsault, though.
Yeah. And I like her submission too. The submission hold she does.
yeah.
But I'll agree with you on Statlander, too. She came back from her injury firing on all cylinders. And
She beat
Mhm.
Jade. What can you expect? I mean,
Twice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Twice.
So
Twice.
And I love her Ben Stiller looks for pay-per-views.
Yeah.
right?
Ridiculously
All right,
good
Rabbit, up to
looking.
you now.
All right. Well, I also went to AEW, but for the sole fact that she is my favorite character in AEW, I'm going with Toni Storm.
I was gonna say I knew you were gonna pick Toni Storm.
I love the character. It's even though it's kind of getting bordering on ridiculous right now.
I love the fact she calls Riho a mouse.
I love how
Cornette-
she still has no idea who Mariah May is.
Right. And I know Cornette kind of he doesn't care for how they're doing it, and I kind of see where he's coming from because I wish that they weren't taking her seriously. I would love it if they were just acting like she's just a nut.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Where they,
Yeah.
And AJ, I still want Danhausen to stalk her.
Oh God, that would be great. It'd be like Svengoolie stalking Marilyn Monroe, and it's all in
Right.
black and white.
Exactly.
That'd be gold.
Oh my
It's a
God.
license to print money, Tony. Do it.
It beats having him with pockets.
Yeah.
True.
They put out another episode of Hey EW on YouTube. RJ City's little talk segment on YouTube, and Danhausen was his guest, but he was dressed as Santa Claus.
You know,
And
it
he
took me
did it.
forever, like until this year, to realize that show is not called Hey Ew.
But Danhausen did have his own version of The Night Before Christmas.
I might have to go
Aw.
and watch that then because I kind of want
Yeah,
to see
same.
what
I might
to
have to.
say.
It's basically him and RJ doing like a call and response kind of a element back and forth. It's about all the AEW wrestlers are inserted in it. So it was interesting.
Very nice.
Yes. How did we go from talking about Tony Storm to talk about Danhausen?
Because we want Danhausen to stalk Tony Storm. That's
That's
how we
true.
got there.
But Danhausen is a favorite on this show, going way back to the very beginning.
I'm surprised he's not going to be at the expo, but they
Well, they
still
haven't
have time.
announced him yet. They haven't announced him yet, but I won't be surprised if he's there.
There is a compilation on YouTube of all of Timeless Tony Storm's
The
vignettes
picture in
and
pictures.
everything up until her winning the title.
Nice.
And so you get to hear all the audio and background music to those silent movies that played in picture on that YouTube video.
Nice.
Very nice.
I mean, it's an original concept for the character, but like I said, I just wish that everybody else thought she was just a psycho and didn't actually think she was a starlet from the 40s.
Right.
Right?
And when she thanked Jack Warner for her championship, I popped. Because he hasn't been alive in about 40, 50 years. All right. Well, let's move on. Next up, Brian, where are you? Oh, here we go. Referee of the year. My choice is, I'm just going to say it's the same as it is every year. I went with Chad Patton for the WWE. Just consistently just on the ball, doesn't make it. He doesn't get himself over in the matches at the expense of the talent.
Yeah.
And
I went with Lil Nate.
what's that?
Lil Nate.
Charles Robinson.
He's still going strong. I'm
yeah.
happy for him still going.
Oh, Charles. I was always a fan of Charles Robinson. I love when he was with Flair and he was wrestling, but he was dressed as Flair.
Barry, you're up.
Did you know the referees when you play the AEW video game, you got your choice of referee between Aubrey Ed and Rick Knox, and when you pick Rick Knox, you get 5 weapon shots before you get disqualified?
The corpse referee. So mine was anybody but Aubrey and Knox. It was anybody but. I didn't care. As long as it wasn't Aubrey and it wasn't Knox, I was good.
Just waiting for Aubrey to start counting with her foot. Barry says Chad Patton also, yeah. So
all right.
Yeah, if Aubrey starts counting with her foot, then I'm gonna pop.
God, I wish you would. That'd be so funny.
Hey.
1, 2.
Oh. Sometimes I feel like we pick on Aubrey too much.
Nope.
All right. Well, let's move on here. Brian, where are you? Here we go. Play-by-play announcer of the year. This is pretty much limited to companies that have TV or streaming, not all your indies. So Rob Leach is not on my list of contenders this year, even though he does the Patreons.
Yep.
So let's start with AJ on this one.
I have Michael Cole. Because ever since Triple H took over, he's kind of loosened the reins on Michael Cole a bit and let him have some personality and get into it a little more. I think he is a much better play-by-play guy than he's gotten credit for all these years in the past. I think he's definitely having a much better time with it now, and definitely a lot more enjoyable to listen to than he was even 2 years ago under Vince.
Okay. Well, he is very good. Menders, how about you? Barry, get to thinking.
I had Kevin Kelly.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, he is great.
I had Kevin Kelly.
I wish
can
we would have
listen
gotten
to
more
him.
time.
He doesn't bother me, so I can listen to him. Mm-hmm. Michael Cole gets under my skin sometimes.
Yeah, he's gotten so much better than he has been, though, with not having
2011 Michael Cole. I want to throw my remote through my TV. But no, Kevin Kelly's awesome. I love when he would call New Japan. He does a good job on Collision, considering what he's got to work with in the ring.
Well, he was doing a great job with it when they started Collision.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, looky there.
Hey, it's our buddy Jabari Sinclair. All right, so Barry,
30 minutes.
Yeah. So we'll get into Collision later on. All right, so AJ says Michael Cole, Bender says Kevin Kelly. Barry, who was your play-by-play guy of the year?
as long as the man is still drawing breath, Jim Ross will always be play-by-play man of the year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love Jim Ross.
Yeah.
I didn't pick him just because he hasn't done a whole lot this year.
He hasn't done a whole lot, and the reason why he hasn't done a whole lot, he's been dealing with a bout of diabetes.
Right.
I
Yes.
listened to his Grilling with JR with him and
Conrad.
Connie, as he calls
Yes.
him.
Connie.
And he's doing a whole lot better. But yeah, he's been dealing with that right there. But as long as that man is drawing, he will be the greatest.
You still had one of my favorite calls of the year during the Jericho Cole match when he's just trying to figure out why is Sabu out there? It's like, isn't he the referee? He's throwing chairs at people. Good stuff. I think he's got another book coming out too in March, from what I
Oh
saw.
wow!
Yeah,
So I'm going to be looking forward to that one.
definitely.
I went Impact. I went with Tom Hannafin, the former Tom Phillips
Oh.
from NXT.
Okay.
Him and Matt Rewalt make for a very good announce team on that show.
It's good
Rewalt,
to
the
see
former
both of
Aiden
them
English.
steady work.
Yeah, and Tom, he just does a great job of telling the stories, especially when like Josh Alexander was feuding with Bully Ray. When the Honor No More stuff, he does a great job.
Here comes the
Is that my ride?
train.
Damn train.
It's what keeps the rent low. It's what keeps
I
the
know.
rent low.
I won't complain.
Oh my goodness. All right, so let's move on. I got to cross these off as we go, so I don't try to double back and do the same one twice.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Take it away, old goat.
What?
I was waiting for him to show up with the next category, and I was like, take it away, old Billy Goat.
Oh yeah, Brian, if you please. Got to go color announcer of the year. If we did play-by-play. Bari, why don't we start with you this time?
You know what? And this is going to be a little off kilter, but we're all a little off kilter. So for color and entertainment, I have two picks.
Okay.
Oh.
Two picks. Honorable mention to Booker T with his ass that nobody could understand what he's saying. No, look at it. Boom, shakalaka. Look at him right there. He's doing a Tootsie Roll, baby. And I'm telling you, he's down for what he's got right there. All he needs is the 3 count, and he's going to make big things happen. Yeah.
Please tell me your other one is King Curtis.
Not this week.
Yeah, give it a rest.
Right.
All right, who is your other one though, Bari?
But play-by-play, as far as this pure entertainment.
color.
Color.
Pure entertainment. Don't know what the hell is going to come out of his mouth either. I'm going with Taz.
Yeah.
Taz is consistently the best announcer that they've got in AEW.
Yeah.
Watch any episode of Botchamania, and you have examples of him just giving us gold for free on television.
It's great.
He's got that right. He's got that East Coast accent going, so anything he says sounds like butter. It's wonderful.
Menders, did you watch the Riho Soraya match from Dynamite last week?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Did Taz kind of seem a little concerned when Riho did that suplex on Soraya, dropped her on her head?
A little bit. A little
You hear
bit.
it in his
Yeah.
voice.
But
If anybody
will tell
knows,
you-
it's Taz.
the
Yeah.
funniest thing ever, I'm telling you, you guys have to come down and we're going to have to watch an episode of Dynamite with Mom.
Oh,
No, it's so funny.
I need to see that.
You do, because she was. I know we'll probably talk about a little bit later, but we were watching Dynamite when every time Soraya would pin Riho at the beginning, Mom's like, "She's not even covering her." Mom's like, "Well, that was dumb. She just stood there," and I was like, "Welcome to
Yeah.
my world, Mom."
They do a lot of standing there and waiting.
But yeah,
Ooh, watching wrestling with my parents is pretty great too.
I was gonna say.
My dad's like, come on, quit talking and punch him in the mouth anytime someone's cutting a promo.
I was gonna say, Mike. I had color announcer of the year for AEW was Taz. There's no one better. You talk too much. That's all I gotta say. And you had him too.
I had him too.
But for WWE, I actually had Wade Barrett. I like
That's
listening
who I
to
had.
him.
I had Wade.
I like listening to Wade.
I love his dulcet tones.
Yeah, I wanted to say Wade Barrett, but then I was like, nah, Taz.
Yeah. Well, and
Barrett
I don't
always
mind.
sounds like he's yelling.
Yeah.
And he does, and it's like this right here when he talks about it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Now I
I
don't
love Bad News
hate
Barrett
Corey
back in the day.
Graves. I don't
Same.
hate Corey Graves. I like Corey Graves, but Wade Barrett for me is the best color in WWE.
Graves
right
has been my pick the last 2 years. This
Exactly.
year I
And
was
Corey,
with Barrett.
and Corey Graves is so good that you don't like him.
now. Right.
Right.
You know.
Well, and Wade making fun of like Michael Cole and a couple times this year was hilarious.
What the
so
fuck? No,
tell the wildling
don't-
she can call later.
Right. I almost had a corny rant right there.
No, give it to us. Do it.
She can call later.
Jesus Christ. They messed the whole. Oh, wait a minute. God damn it. What is this?
Your Bluetooth device is disconnected.
Thank you.
It connects to the Bluetooth. God.
Don't. What? It's the phone is still going. Cut off.
I just have to turn the phone off.
That was great. That was great. Okay.
2 words, Barry. Airplane mode.
Airplane
Yeah.
mode.
No,
All
I just
right,
shut
well,
the whole the damn thing off. It's fine.
There you go. That works too.
Yeah.
You can
All right.
see
Turbo, what do
Sammy
you
is
think?
the
What
tablet.
does Turbs
be-
think?
What are you doing? Well,
What you couldn't see there was on the other side of the tablet. Sammy was standing on his back paws, going like at Turbo, and then he just ran away.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be back.
yes.
All right. Well, let's move on here. Let's see. Brian Danielson says weekly show of the year.
Okay.
So let's start with Menders. Let's start with you this time.
I'm guessing we probably all have the same one, honestly.
Probably.
So, of course, I went with SmackDown. It's not 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And
Well, we did the same one because clearly it's Rampage. No, I had SmackDown too.
For about 3 weeks in August, it would have been Collision,
Yeah.
but
When Punk was
Tony
doing
had to Tony it
Collision-
up.
Yeah, and then when Tony Tony'd it up. Stupid.
I actually have
for
a tie.
this.
I won't sleep a week for the next week.
Yeah.
It's a face only a mother can love. That's even then that's questionable.
Yeah.
I shall return.
All right.
Okay.
So no, I actually have 2 picks. And then
Okay.
and it's a tie. It's a tie. I'm gonna go with the newly formatted NXT.
Okay.
It has greatly improved in the last
Yes.
year from that
Yes, it
polka
has.
dot 2.0 crap. It has greatly improved. And we got some real stars coming up on NXT. I actually look forward to Wednesday morning and watching it now. It's good. They have a real deep tag roster. They got a deep women's roster. And I'm really curious to see what's going on with this Mello and Trick situation, like how it's going to end.
Yes.
You know, yeah.
Plus, you got Ilya as the champion too.
Oh well, and that's enough right there by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I have that one, and then I have SmackDown.
Oh yeah, yeah. I went SmackDown. Just although Raw has been a lot better this year,
Yeah, it has. It has.
but it's the 3 hour thing though.
Yeah, it's the 3 hour.
Too much.
It doesn't need to be 3 hour long.
Although if you watch it the next day, you can cut it down to an hour and a half.
That's true.
What the heck?
Who said that?
I don't know.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
What do we have next?
Well, actually, I'm going to make an honorable mention for mine. I said SmackDown. I'm going to throw Impact on there also.
Impact.
Okay, yeah, because you know what, Impact has always, even in its worst days, because it was something that was extremely different. It's always been watching.
I say it probably has the best all around best in-ring product out of all the shows. It's just the backstage stuff that kind of takes me out of it sometimes.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
well,
what
let's move-
show?
Impact.
Oh, yep, I can agree with you there.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. Byron Dragonson, where are you at? There we go.
That's Bryanson. Look at him.
Faction of the year. I got a feeling we've all got the same one on this one.
I have two.
Oh yeah.
You have two? Well, Minders, let's start with your two. What do you got?
Well, obviously the Bloodline. And then I actually did not go with Judgment Day. I went with
Really?
House of Black.
Oh,
House of
Black Fellas.
Corny
The
calls it.
Black Fellas.
I went with the Black Fellas that nobody
I actually
likes.
like the House of Black.
Yeah,
I do like them.
I like the House of Black, and I've always liked Malachi.
Hmm.
And I mean, have you seen him lately? Jesus, he's jacked.
Buddy is
Yeah.
jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all jacked.
They're all jacked.
Brody's just
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Brody's always been scary.
Yeah, Jack's just a big old man. He's just
Yeah.
big.
I have a
Is-
respect for Brody King.
Yes.
He is great on his own.
Yeah. I've always been a fan.
No,
Going back to even
No,
before
I
he was in
loved
Ring of
him.
Honor.
yeah, I loved him when he was with PCO and Marty Skrull and Villain Enterprises.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
But I
So
decided
is-
not to take the low hanging fruit on that one.
The low hanging fruit. Well,
So is Blue Sky or is Sky Blue in House of Black now? Or is she just rolling with Julia?
initially she's just rolling with Julie.
Yeah,
Like they had a pretty decent tag team match on Collision against Abaddon and Thunder Rosa. It was good seeing
Oh.
Thunder Rosa back in the ring
How
too.
did she look? It's been a long time since she's been.
It's
in
been
the
it's
ring.
been a long time, but it right. She got back in there like she hadn't missed a step.
I think she'd said she'd been
Good.
doing a lot of training, like in the ring. Like,
She's put on a little bit of weight, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way.
right.
But she's a
I
little
saw
bigger.
she
than
changed, and she
time, but-
changed her look up a little bit too, from what I saw.
Yeah, because when she very first came back, I was like, "Who the fuck is this in this pink?"
Exactly.
Oh, that's Thunder Rosa without. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey,
she's
speaking-
always been great in the ring, so it's good to have her back.
Exactly.
speaking of blue, I mean Sky Blue. Bari, can I sweet talk you into bringing your 01 belt to the expo so we can get Sky to sign it?
If you're paying for it, sure.
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it.
Well, I guess we're packing it then.
All right.
Oh,
You're
that's
bringing
gonna
a whole belt tote.
right. That's gonna be
Belt tote.
that's gonna get the heat right there. Look at you, shit starting Mender.
Where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. There it is.
There it is.
There you go.
You know I'm with it. I love a
There you
little
go.
shit stirrer. So whatever, let's do it.
All right. Well, let's move on here. Next up, Brian, if you
Were
please.
you guys going to give
what-
your? It's everybody else's the judgment.
Oh, I
Day?
forgot.
Or-
I said
I had the
Day.
Judgment Day. I had
So did I.
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I mean, our truth
Especially-
really pulls the group together.
Yeah,
Right.
he really does.
With truth in the Judgment Day, I mean, why wouldn't you pick it? My goodness. Our
They
truth.
got our proof.
Mine
Yeah,
was
maybe-
more the bloodline's been going on for so long now that
They kind of
They are- right.
dipped a little bit though this year.
Number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble. Damn it.
they're-
Mhm.
With,
Give
with
your-
Jay out, it's kind of lost a little bit of its luster for me with the bloodline.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
having the
if
Usos
y'all
in there.
If I'm going to go on a tangent, you got to kind of
ahead.
feel bad for Randy Orton getting overshadowed on the night of his return, because any man who returns to the ring the same night R-Truth returns to television is going to get overshadowed regardless.
Mhm. I think that's probably why Orton went to SmackDown, get away from Truth.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
After
And
he's
now
like,
him and AJ looking like
funny
action figures.
guy.
God, right?
Right.
I wonder, right? I'm like, were you guys working out together? Jesus.
And Ali too. You saw Mustafa
Yeah.
Ali's pictures.
Oh man, he's jacked.
God,
He's jacked, and he's got a whole schedule ahead of him.
He does. I
He's-
saw that.
He's
I
been
wonder
laying
when we'll
out the-
see Ali versus Saban Gage, his
That's
student.
what I want to see. I want to see Saban
See
versus
it.
Ali.
I want to
Is
see
there
it.
any chance that Ali pops up in 0-1?
If
Yeah.
Saban
If-
pops back
If
up,
Saban's
if
there-
Saban pops back up and
Yeah.
Saban's a trainee, right? Ali trained him, right?
Yes.
Are you thinking Saban and Ali versus Constant Headache?
Hey, I put $25 on this booking fee.
Country Air?
Also, Ali versus Cobra.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ali versus
Sorry.
Carrot.
Mm,
You're teasing Minders with a good time now, AJ.
you are teasing me with a good time.
Somebody get a mop.
Shut up,
Oh,
Murray.
Ali versus
Go deeper.
Joey.
No.
That'd be a good match. I think that would be a good match.
Yeah, Ali and Joey would tear it up.
As long as Ollie kills Joey, I'm fine with it.
Well,
That backwards 450 of his, though.
that
Oh, yeah.
054.
The 054.
He used to call it the-
You ever look at his Ali's like Instagram stories? He's watching like old grappling and catch can from like the 40s and shit, and
Mhm.
incorporate like roll-ups from that into his arsenal. And I'm like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was a fan of Ali before when he was in the Chicago Indies like 15 years ago, and he was still doing that inverted 450. He called it the WMD back then though, because he was the foreign Prince heel like from Saudi Arabia. He was Prince Mustafa Ali.
I remember us talking about that.
Probably very easy to get pigeonholed into a gimmick like that.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
he was over as a heel. They hated him, so
Hey,
he tried to light a
that's
shoe
all
in
that
the ring.
matters.
Yeah, when he lit the shoe in the ring, that was something.
Something.
It was something. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Brian says feud of the year. Now, Minders, you said you had trouble with this one.
I did have trouble with this one. So I'll let somebody else go first because I want to see if anybody else has mine.
All right. Well, I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
Nope.
I don't go first very often. I'll take this one. I went with Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes for this one.
Yeah, that was a
It
good
was-
one.
It was timed out perfectly. You know, you only had the 3 matches.
Mm-hmm.
This is a split it. Then Cody won the rubber match. It was when Brock first turned heel on Cody. I was both surprised and not surprised. But then, yeah, Brock is one of those guys. He can flip like a light switch, and he'll immediately go from being over as a babyface to over as a heel. And then if he wants to go babyface the day after, he'll be a babyface again.
Brock is just Brock.
Yeah, that's it. He's not a babyface or a heel. He's just Brock.
Yep. Brock doing Brock things.
Yes. All right. Well, AJ, why don't you go next?
I had CM Punk versus Jungle Boy and Tony Khan. That's my answer.
Cry me a river.
Cry me a river.
It's real glass. You son of a bitch.
When Jack comes back, I hope he uses the Instinct song "Cry Me a River" for his entrance music.
Well, it'd be better than that
Or
Beethoven
Heart
song.
of Glass. Or Heart of
Heart of
Glass by
Glass.
Blondie.
Yeah,
Maybe he'll never come back, and that'll be a great thing for wrestling and all of us as well.
Our luck, he'll be the
he
devil.
he
I
did
think
he
I
did
still
file
think he's
for the
the devil.
trademark to Jungle Boy. He filed for the trademarks to Jungle Boy, Jurassic Express, and some other stuff.
A
So
boy and his dinosaur.
yeah, Boy and his dinosaur.
That was his,
so,
their tag team name in PWG.
And so he might have a exit strategy already planned.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, Luke's doing somersaults in the pipe position in that box in the ground. Because of this shit he's Yeah, I
Very
said
much so. All right, Barry, what's yours?
it. What's mine? The absolute best feud of the year? Team Unbelievable versus the High Lifes.
Oh, no.
God.
Oh God.
No, I'm just playing. No.
That feud drove me back to the bottle.
Okay, wait. Here we go.
All right. So mine.
Oh, wait,
My
Barry has to give his.
Oh, okay.
yeah, my feud of the year is Hangman Page and Swerve.
Hmm.
That death match, holy shit! I've not seen.
It's not Swerve versus Baby Page.
That all came into consideration, but I never thought about Swerve and Baby Page. Yeah. The picture that dead ass stapled was forehead.
I want a
But
t-shirt
like-
on a baby.
I know that they're not done yet because it's Tony, but like that death match, and Mindy, I know you don't care for death matches. The holy shit, man!
I say from what I saw of that one, yeah,
Right.
I couldn't watch it.
He got the
That
world
was-
talk.
That
And
one was
Yeah, they
disgusting.
got the world talk.
That match was worth it just for Corny's review.
Exactly.
That's
If,
I
true.
remember
if they're gonna have another match, what are they gonna do? Hit each other with a car?
They have
It's gonna be sharks with high beams, lasers on their forehead, and they're gonna
Sharks with
fight in the
freaking
middle.
Freaking
laser
shark-
beams.
Freaking laser beams on their foreheads.
And they're gonna do it in the middle of the South Seas, I guess. I don't
We'll do it
know.
on the cruise. Do it on the Jericho
Yeah,
cruise.
You know, the Jericho Cruise.
It's the winner throws his opponent overboard. There you
And
go.
they become barricade. There you go.
It's a walk the plank match.
Yeah,
Oh,
either a walk the plank match or a barracuda bait match.
And you can have Danielson as the referee because he's got the eye patch. You know.
Yeah.
pirate.
yeah.
Careful, because he'll find you.
Yeah, I was gonna say he might fine you for it.
He can't find me till he finds me.
That's true.
I mean, if you stay to that one particular side of him, you're fine.
Yeah, the stay in his blind spot. All
right, my
who
feud
has
of
not
the year-
gone?
Me.
Enders. Okay.
So mine's similar to AJ's, but I went with CM Punk versus the Elite. So when everything went down the first time, because
Never forget, Jericho was there the entire time.
Oh,
He
yeah.
saw the whole thing.
but just the stupidness, but it got everybody talking. Everybody knew what was going on.
We're still talking about it.
Exactly, we're still talking about it.
Does our friend Stephen P. New subpoena Jericho?
He better.
Maybe.
And then what are the chances Jericho was truthful on the stand?
Slim to none.
Yeah, Jericho giving all the Jericho Stephen P. New feud Christmas Day gave me what I needed. It gave me
Where was
what I.
January 6th.
That's what I want to
He
know.
lost about 3 hours that day.
Did he get abducted by aliens again?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what
probably.
all right. Well, let's move on here. So our next one, Mr. Danielson, is Tag Team of the Year. And I got a hunch we've all got the same one, but just for shits
I
and
have
giggles, let's just...
two.
All right. Well, Minders, why don't you go first?
Although I think that if we had to, they're probably still the same too. So I had FTR.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
nobody
that's who I
better than FTR, in my
You,
opinion.
wait, AJ, you didn't have the Glamour Girls?
The most active they've been all year is taking a selfie with Danielson.
Oh, Bari's
oh, no.
mad.
Oh, Bari. Oh, no.
You triggered him again.
For me, you.
Justice for Judy.
This is for Judy. That's for Judy.
Bari, are you all right?
I'm fine.
But
I'm
my
sorry.
Other,
I had to.
let's say my other tag team of the year though was the Creed brothers.
Judy Martin for me. I can't fucking stand you.
I really hope Lilani Kai shows up at the expo this year so you can espouse your
So
love
you
for
can
Judy
look
Martin.
for a picture and ask her, "Where's Judy Martin?"
Or just wear a t-shirt with Judy's face on it.
There you go.
All right. So FTR and the Creeds, you say, Minders?
I did because the Creeds have impressed me.
Mhm.
I
I
didn't
love
think
their
they were gonna.
wrestled young veterans.
Well,
Yes.
that in although I haven't decided if I like their finisher with the cannonball.
I don't like
The
it.
Brutus
I
ball.
know.
Yes, can do better.
I
It
hurt
was
somebody.
dangerous.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
Somebody's gonna land wrong one of these days on that one.
He's
Yeah.
going to land on somebody's head one of these days.
Let me
Or
say
even
this
on an
about
arm.
the Creeds. They want to push Julius Creed, and he's great in the ring, but he's got a lisp, and they already got one superstar over the list. So
He's better to promo than Julius.
yeah.
I think
So
the Creeds need a manager. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
They
Do
got
it
Ivy.
And not Ivy. And not
They got-
Ivy.
No, not Ivy. Not Ivy. They got to.
Okay, you ever seen Ivy Nile on her Instagram? These feats of strength that she just casually
Oh,
posts.
she's a
on
she's a
Wednesday.
freak.
My God, she's
All
like a
three of
little.
those people are freaks.
My God, she's jacked too.
Yeah.
Her and Reed's gonna be a banger.
Mhm.
yeah.
Menders, I keep thinking
I
you're going to
hope.
stick your head in that cup.
It covers my entire head.
God, that's huge. It's a gallon cup. Jesus.
But I
Hey,
just want to
didn't know
point
how
out.
long the show was going to go.
Hey, there you go.
Right,
Yeah, I'm
I
about
just
to
want
say.
to point out from the Creeds and the Grizzled Young Veterans in that cage match, the Terry Funk tribute when Brutus ripped the cage off the door and he did the Terry Funk ladder spot with the cage door. That popped me.
I saw GUIV's going to be in GCW coming up sometime soon.
Nice.
They're going to be at Impact at Hard to Kill.
That too, yeah. They haven't said who they're going to be wrestling, but I'm hoping Machine Guns.
Same.
that'd be
I
fun.
love the Grizzled Young Veterans. I love them. I'm so glad they get to not wear the stupid contact and be
They got to grow
flunkies.
their
and
beards
they
back.
got the bald one can talk too. He can talk.
Oh, he's a great
so
promo,
good.
yeah. Zach
He's
Gibson,
great.
Liverpool's #1.
Give me Grizzled Young Veterans and FTR.
That'd be good. They
I
had a
wanna
match
see
with on Wrestling Revolver. They had a match with the Rascals. It was
Ooh,
Zachary Wentz and Myron Reed
ooh.
as a team. So
That
was
Myron
pretty good.
Reed's a good egg. He's a good
He is.
egg.
He's a good egg.
He let me
We
hold
like
his
him.
belt and take a picture with him. He's a real nice guy.
Nice,
That
nice.
Myron Reed's a good egg.
Very nice. Okay, so FTR. Creeds
FTR.
and FTR for AJ Bari.
FTR.
FTR.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of a no-brainer, but
Tag teams really stepped up and grabbed that best tag team spot from them. And FTR didn't even really do all that much this year, but like nobody stepped up and taken that
they
from
had
them.
they had the AEW tag titles for a cup of coffee before Billy Starks beat them.
Hey, thanks for re-signing and not going back to WWE. Here's another belt. You
Yeah.
can add a star to your T-shirt.
Yeah.
And they're sitting on a CMFTR trademark that they can't really do anything with.
Yeah,
I have
But
a
they
shirt
got it.
for it.
But they got dim top guys now, though. So them and Mark Briscoe.
I
Want a
know.
dim
We want a dim top guy shirt.
I want one of those. Yeah.
We're gonna wait till they go on sale.
I want to see them have another match so I can get the taste of that friggin' fight without honor out of my mouth.
Oh God.
I think the match was advertised as a fight without honor to begin with, and then it all of a sudden wasn't when they got in the ring, and then it got restarted as a
I
fight
think
without
they
honor.
I will bet the referee forgot.
I would too.
Who was it Turner with the referee in that match?
Who was the referee?
I don't remember.
Was it Knox?
We were
It might
drinking
have
heavily that night. We
Is that- was
polished
that
off
Knox do
several Dos Equis that night.
yeah. If it's a hardcore match, they got to get Bryce because Bryce is probably the best deathmatch ref they've got, or hardcore ref because it's CZW time.
Hold on, I'm looking to see if I can find
All right.
it.
Look it up. All right. Well, while you're looking, should we move on?
Do we want to wait for Bari?
Oh well. Oh yeah. Bar. I just noticed Barry disappeared.
He said he'd be right back.
He had to go cry about Judy Martin some more.
He had to go
Okay.
cry about Judy Martin.
He'll write her a fan letter with a golden plume. You think on
And
it.
meanwhile, I'm looking around because the kitties have just decided to zoom around the whole apartment and chase each other right now.
All right. Barry is back. All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our next category, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Brian, if you will do the honors. Newcomer of the year. Now, I thought about doing Rookie of the Year, but this is a little bit more sweeping. It doesn't have to be a rookie. It can be just somebody moving on to a different company or showing up on TV after a layoff. So I figured that's where I was going with that one. So let's start with who wants to go first?
I will.
AJ, you go first.
Well, once again, she's not a rookie. She's been doing this for years, but she made it to the national stage this year
You
and
took
recently main
jackass.
evented a pay-per-view. My newcomer of the year, Billy Starks.
Okay. I like Billy Starks. She got some talent.
She was the most overarching angle that led to a pay-per-view main event for Ring of Honor, which was one of the best matches of the night. Was her and Athena, and we've known about Billy Starks for years, but she broke into the national stage this year, so she's my newcomer of the year. Go Billy. Go Billy.
Yes. All right.
I'll go next.
Okay.
My newcomer of the year is going to be Solo Sikoa.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
beat John Cena.
Can't argue with that.
Enough said.
All right. Menders, how about you?
There's really no argument for that.
It
No.
doesn't
No, not
have
really.
who the ref was for that.
Oh,
Sorry,
I'm just
that's
going to
gross.
assume it was Paul Turner because it was Ring of Honor, but I don't know.
Okay. My
If
newcomer of the year.
anybody in the chat knows.
I have well, my honorable mention was Billy Starks. But I had two. I had one from AEW and one from WWE. And for
Okay.
newcomer of the year for WWE, I had Damian Priest because he's probably had the best year that he's ever had
Oh, yeah.
in
Senior
WWE.
Money in the Bank.
And I know he's been there for a while, but this is when I think the world's kind of opened their eyes that he exists.
Mhm.
Senor Mucho del Nero.
So, Reb, I feel like you're okay.
It's just the fact that he's been there, but that's all right. I'm not going to judge. All right. So mine is actually not an active wrestler, but the work he's been doing in the last couple months has been really just fantastic. I went Nick Aldis, the new SmackDown general manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a new role, so
He's got a new role.
He's
A
gonna-
lot of
yeah.
WWE fans probably don't know a whole lot about him, so they're kind of picking him up. I loved the exchange with Roman on SmackDown.
Him and Roman are going to beef for this next year of Roman's title reign.
Perhaps Aldis will win the championship from Roman.
Well, Roman's still got about 1,600 more days before he drops it. So
Yeah.
I've heard
before he
rumors that
breaks
they might.
through-
I've heard a
record.
rumor that they might keep the belt on him through Mania just to let him catch Hogan.
Yeah.
Well, then they're going to keep it on him a minimum of 1,600 more days so he can beat Bruno.
He's not beating Bruno.
He's going to
I'm
beat
sorry.
Bruno.
I hate to burst
He's
your
gonna beat
bubble, but
Bruno.
he's not going to beat Bruno.
so
He's going to beat
I didn't-
Bruno. And when he does beat Bruno in several years, all y'all have to acknowledge me on the podcast. How about
we
that?
will. We
If-
will.
If,
I will.
If Roman catches Bruno Sammartino, I will give you $500.
Okay. Yep. Shake on it.
Shake. You got a deal.
The
But if
only
he doesn't,
way Roman drops it is if Punk challenges him after winning the Rumble.
now if
And-
Roman doesn't catch Bruno, no, I'm kidding.
Hey, so my other newcomer.
Mhm.
So I had Damian for WWE, but I actually had Swerve for my newcomer
Yeah.
of the year for
Okay.
AEW.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For AEW, he is. Yeah.
For
Absolutely.
this
That's
year, he was new this year, so I thought that was fair.
Breaking out of that tag team with Keith Lee, yeah, he kind of broke out this year. I agree
Yes.
with that. All right.
No, Swerve
Well-
is so good.
Yes. Next up, we have Mr. Danielson, if you please. Babyface of the year. Kind of self-explanatory. But why don't we start? You know what? Why don't we start with me this time? I'll take this one. I'm going. It's kind of the obvious choice, and I hate doing the obvious choice, but when it calls for it, you have to. I'm going Cody Rhodes.
Ah.
After
Uh,
everything at WrestleMania, I completely get it.
And
Yeah,
the
I can
stuff
see
with
it.
Brock too.
Yeah.
He's so much like his daddy.
Oh, man.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much he is like his daddy.
Hey,
Look at him right there.
there's his daddy.
Dream, baby. Look right there like his daddy, baby. Oh, he loves it in the garden.
So I asked Stacy I guess I'm collecting these now, and she's like, no. 'Cause where are
Only
we
the
going to
goat.
put them?
Only the
goat.
goat.
It was kind of a fluke you got that one to begin with.
Yeah, it's true. But if I'm going to get a Funko, Dusty's the one to get. So even if he's got the polka dots.
I know it was the polka dots, but
Next up,
What
got
do
to
you
find me a
do?
Midnight Rider one.
Right? That'd be sweet to find.
Right. All right. So I say Cody. AJ, how about you?
I have Sami Zayn.
Okay.
For
Strong.
the match with Roman at Elimination Chamber in front of his hometown crowd with his wife in the front row, like you knew Roman wasn't losing. You knew he wasn't going to lose, but Sammy made you want him to lose.
Yes.
hmm
Sammy made you want him to become the WWE champion.
Yeah.
Like,
What about that tag match at Mania too? When
yeah, that
They
too.
had the crowd behind him.
Him and Kevin Owens finally on the same page again. But yeah, mostly that match in Montreal and that angle with Roman and the whole destruction
The
of the
turn.
bloodline. And
Yeah.
Sami Zayn, babyface of the year.
Okay.
A
Strong
shame they
choice.
didn't follow up much with that after Mania, but whatever.
Well, it is what it is. Bari, how about you?
My baby face of the year, and I'm gonna go a little different. I'm gonna go with Chad Gable. Thank you.
Yeah, there's an argument there. There's an argument.
Listen, I watched the Raw in review today, and I watched that match with he and Gunther, and holy fucking shit! Like
hmm
the man can go. I'm so sorry that he's a shorty, but he can go. He can go, and he got the crowd behind him, and yeah.
His little girls. Oh,
That was hard.
Oh man, that was good. And
I think Gunther did a promo the next week.
both of our picks, Bari, is the main match they've had this year being in front of their family.
yeah.
Yeah.
That really brings an element to it that makes it
Yeah.
that much more emotional and gets you invested.
I'm about to say, to me, Chad Gable is the most underrated person on the entire roster. Like
I
Oh, he's
can't argue with that.
fantastic.
he is.
Tony's great for years, and I'm glad people are finally starting to notice that Chad Gable is great.
Exactly.
I loved American Alpha in NXT back in the day.
Same.
Ready, Willie, and Gable.
Yeah. Hey Bari, we saw American Alpha in person, didn't we? Against the Usos. Yeah.
Yep, we sure did. Hell of a match.
Yeah.
Hell of a match.
Very nice. All right. Well, Menders, how about you? Babyface of the year.
Well, I had two.
Okay.
So I did Cody. And then I had LA Knight.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, dummy.
Move over, yes movement. We're in the era of the yeah movement.
Exactly. I think with what he's done with the short time he's been there and been able to be himself again and not have to be something stupid like a male model,
Now, he was never the model. He was the manager of the models.
he was still terrible.
He was fine.
It was
He was
settled
settled with.
Yeah. But
I
I
kind
think,
of
Listen,
people were so mad that they saddled him with that gimmick that they got behind. We all just got behind him so hard that
Yeah.
yeah. Now look at
They
Mason
couldn't get
Mansoor going around doing the indies now.
I
And they're
kinda
great.
wanna- They're
Great.
great. We like watching them on Botchamania.
Yeah.
Now, and Mace has been really underrated. He did some really good stuff before they signed him to WWE with Booker
Yeah.
T's Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah.
He's a Booker T guy.
Yeah.
He's a Booker T guy. So
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing in that ring.
Freaking Battle Royal he won at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So good that, like, okay, at the time he was in Retribution, so he had the mask on, and we were watching the Battle Royal, and I was like, this guy's great. Why has nobody signed him? And I Googled him, and I was like, oh,
He
he's in
is signed.
Retribution. He's in Retribution.
They took an F5 through a table before that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
'Cause they tried to make him an announcer.
Yeah, he was announcing for about 4.5 months.
But less than
Yeah,
that.
there
More than
wasn't-
4.5 weeks. All right. But yeah, if anybody gets a chance to check out some reality of wrestling on YouTube, they should. It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
really good.
Good stuff.
You'll see some Roxanne Perez on there.
Yeah, Booker's training his people right.
Did Zilla Fatu get to wrestle at all down there, or did he leave during training?
I don't know, but I know he's going to GCW.
I saw that.
You
with
also
Jacob.
got a Precious Jackson for in reality of wrestling. I'm partial to her. I like her.
I will say this: I hope when Zilla goes to GCW, they put him with Jacob for a tag team.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
Oh God.
Maybe
Hey,
just add him
Edge.
to the Samoan SWAT team.
Yeah,
There
with
you
Juicy
go.
for now. Yeah, Big Juicy.
Yeah, Lance and Hawaii.
Him too. Yeah, because there's already 3 of them. That's Lance Anoa'i, Juicy Finau, and Jacob Fatu. All right. Well, let's move on because if you have a baby face of the year, you got to have a heel of the year. So, thank you, Brian. Let's see, and I'm gonna go first on this one also. My pick is kind of obvious. I'm going Christian Cage.
Same.
Okay.
The
They're
Ward
trying to-
Cleaver of wrestling.
Tony is trying really hard to ruin Christian, but I don't think Christian's going to let it happen.
Nope.
Mhm. Christian just too good.
Yeah, they can even saddle him with Shayna Wayne.
Hmm
He'll do fine.
I kind of think it was a stroke of genius to name his faction the Patriarchy
Oh,
because
yeah,
you
that
can't
makes sense.
because you can't talk about how great they are in public without sounding like an asshole. You can't just go down the street and be like, "Man, the patriarchy's so great," and you're gonna sound like a fucking asshole, and no woman in the general vicinity will ever talk to you. And
Never,
it's a
ever.
genius move. You can never publicly admit that they're awesome.
Right.
Genius move to call them that.
Yes. All right. So, AJ and I agree. Menders, I'm guessing you have 2?
I do. I have one for each show. I'm sorry. I have
That's
one
fine.
for
It's
each
fine.
brand.
No, it's good. It's good. Go ahead.
But I agree, Christian Cage.
Yes.
And then I had Dominic.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
More heat
If it
than
wasn't going to be
Dominic.
Christian, I would have had Dominic.
If there
Two
was
totally different kinds of heels too.
2 totally different kinds of heels, but if there was anybody in WWE that's going to get heat, it's Dom.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, he's
Isn't
even
Punk
getting more
wrestling
heat than Roman at
as-
this point.
It's
What'd you
been
say?
1 year since he did Hard Time.
It has
Right?
been 1 year since
Yeah.
he did Hard Time.
Year in 1
Doesn't
day.
change as a man.
Since his father turned his back on him and caused him to get locked up.
Yeah.
Why does it always have to deal with the father on both of our heels?
They won't let me out. No, they won't let me out.
Which makes me wonder if Lexus King will win it next year.
He
Maybe.
may. I've been liking what he's been doing so far.
Me
He
too.
needs a better finisher.
Yeah.
That
I
whole
forget what his
thing,
finisher is.
cross arm and then drape him over the ropes, it's too convoluted.
Yeah, too much setup.
It takes too long. Find something quicker and snappier and devastating.
But he's going to be that
Do it.
breakout star
Just
He's
do a
gonna look at-
DDT, for God's
Yeah.
sakes.
contract.
Not if Oba Femi has anything to say about it. Oba
Well-
Femi's going to whoop his ass.
Well, Fafa Fini better step up and do something then because poor Reb.
Oh my goodness. All right, so we got Christian, and Dom. Bari, how about you?
Christian.
Christian.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're down to our last 2 categories. We've done a really good job of staying on track
Yeah, we have.
for this.
Yeah.
Our
Look at
first
that,
time we did this was like over 3.5. It was like 3.5 hours. And then
Right. Well,
last
shit.
year we were right around 2.
we're rolling.
Yeah, we're getting it trimmed up nice. All right, so our next category, Wrestler of the Year. I know it's kind of weird to have this along with male and female and babyface and heel of the year, but this just kind of covers all aspects of pro wrestling. It can be male or female, your call. So we'll start with Menders on this one. Which 2 do you have?
I have Cody and I have MJF.
Okay.
Because I feel like Cody, he hasn't been gone like he was last year when he got hurt. He hasn't been. He's been around for the full year.
hmm
and he's taken on everything they've thrown at him. And it's still all about finishing the story, which I totally
Mhm.
understand. And then you have MJF, which again, he's been around the entire year. Hopefully. We'll see if he can make it another couple or another week. But,
Right.
you know,
Uh,
I mean, those two, I don't feel like you can go wrong.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Barry, how about you? What do you got?
Gunther.
Ah,
Yep.
I'm with you. Me
Yep.
too.
I had
Gunther.
Gunther. I had Gunther.
Right, the hang dinner.
Yes. I think you got a little on you there, Barry.
Yeah. Anybody against him, I'm not betting against him. You don't bet against the fucking house.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
And he is
Gunther
your house.
set for the next 5 years for all I care. I'm good with
Yeah.
it.
I'm fine with it.
Has Gunther had a bad match since he's been in WWE,
No.
including going all the way back to NXT UK?
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
I still want to see him and Ilya go at it again.
Me too.
And the fact this entire time this man has taught himself English that says great boundaries.
Oh man, what if Ilya comes in the Royal Rumble and eliminates Gunther and sets them up for Mania?
Yes, please.
Ooh.
Yes,
Yes.
please
Yes.
take my money.
Night one main event, as a matter of fact.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think I'll go that far.
Night one main event's going to be Seth and Punk.
Yeah. Night 2 will be Cody and Randy.
It'll be Cody, Randy, Roman triple threat.
I see what you
No,
did.
that's no lazy booking, AJ. I
see
think
what-
Randy beats Roman, and then Randy defends against Cody.
Well, something's gonna happen in Australia. Goddamn it, at the Elimination Chamber.
Or
There.
Cody and Randy grudge match Roman and Punk.
Yeah. Then what do you do with Rollins?
Well, who?
Priest?
Yeah,
Priest?
Priest?
because he's still got that goddamn briefcase. He's
He's
gonna
still
have
got the briefcase.
There's
Uh-huh.
also the question. No, Drew's got his shot Monday,
Monday. Yeah, true.
so
There are so many possibilities.
What if
It's
Drew
exciting.
just gets pissed off and hits him with Claymore after Claymore after Claymore
shoot-
after Claymore,
the
leaves him
Scottish
laying.
shooter.
Leaves him laying. No, I'm talking Rollins retains somehow,
Just beats the crap
and
out of him.
Drew gets pissed. He's pissed that he lost again, so he just loads up that Claymore, hits him with like 3-4 more of them some bitches, and leaves him laying. They start to bring stretchers out, but Priest is like, nah, shove the stretchers out the way. Briefcase.
I'm just saying, if Drew's gonna go heel, this is the perfect opportunity to bring back the loaded boot.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Tap
Loaded
the
boot.
toe 3 times, hit the Claymore.
There you go.
The loaded
I'm going to
boot.
just throw this out there. Is Australia before WrestleMania?
Yes.
Yep.
Chamber, yeah.
That's
Chamber.
Chamber.
Okay. Is there a chance Rhea loses?
Not in Australia.
No, the whole point of doing the thing in Australia is to get her a big hometown pop and retain
it's-
in the main
oh,
event.
But
this
they
is
took
Dakota.
Sammy. They took Sammy to Canada, and he lost in his hometown.
But he was challenging though.
But Rhea's a hot commodity, and she's going to be in Australia. She's going
They,
to go
they
to
want Rhea at Mania
She's
with
a-
that belt.
elimination.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Every fucking woman in there. This is what
They
happens.
could have somebody
Riptide.
from Australia. Who do they have from Australia in the women's division? Is it just Dakota?
No, Dakota's from New Zealand.
Yeah, Dakota's from New
Oh,
Zealand.
she's a Kiwi.
yeah,
That's
they
right.
fired Emma, so she's gone.
Emma's
Right.
gone.
I was gonna
But
say,
the
if they have an
Iconics come back? Oh, wait, no. One of them's knocked
Well,
up.
No,
the
because
other one just had a baby.
No.
because
Right.
Spears
No.
won't stay off her.
No, you won't. Stay up. Shine
Stay
Spears.
up, that woman. Iconics return. God damn it!
Well, I was going to say if they have an Aussie somewhere, maybe there's one in NXT. They could have somebody from Australia win the chamber, possibly.
Maybe. Or
But
they'll
it's
have
weird.
some sort of crap match like they have in Saudi, where they always let the one Saudi guy that they're training in NXT come up.
Well,
and
no,
win.
they have to do that. If not, they'll all die.
That's why their plane got held there for 40 days and 40 nights or whatever it was, allegedly.
And as a result, we got the greatest Survivor Series ever. But that's beside the point.
Right.
Yeah, that's neither
Bronson's
here
from
nor there.
Bronson's from Australia.
Bronson?
Ooh, he could win. Maybe he wins the
Bronson
chamber.
Reed.
Oh, is, yeah.
Or maybe
He's a
Bronson.
big
I'll say this.
boy.
What if Bronson challenges Rollins there?
Ooh.
So is Duke Hudson
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
and Indy
saddled
Hartwell.
with this
Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller. Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, he'll get a
Maybe-
pop there.
Maybe Waller in a theory challenge for the tag titles in Australia. I'm just.
I'd be
throw
okay
out
with
there.
that. I'd be okay with that.
I like them as a team, despite what Cornette says.
Grayson Waller
A-Town down under.
in Australia.
And then of course
there's options.
there's ones that we won't have that it would be great if they were there, but it won't happen. Like Buddy Matthews won't be there, obviously. Shaza. Too bad Shaza can't go back and go win it.
Right.
Right. Well, there's still time. She could be in that
Shane
next
Thorne.
NXT.
Where's what?
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Shane Thorne.
Shane Thorne.
Oh, shit. Where's Outback Jack?
He's from Australia.
I know, but where's he at?
I have no idea.
Don't they have a bushwhacker that's still alive?
Yeah, he's not able to compete.
He's not able to compete. Trust us.
He's
We
barely
drank
able to
with him.
walk.
We drank with him.
Prince is a very nice man, but yeah,
Great guy.
his days are
Very-
over.
Well, he doesn't have to compete. He just needs to come out there doing the
I don't know that he can do that.
I'm not
buddy in the.
drinking that.
He's not giving any hungies.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to lick people anymore on the way to
No,
the ring.
you're-
So
Unfortunately,
Goddamn
Is
COVID.
it-
everything.
has everybody? It's not because of COVID. It's the Me Too stuff.
Oh, goddamn me too. No, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, that's terrible.
Has everybody done their wrestler of the year?
yeah,
I think it's
so.
3 Gunthers and Cody
Cody
Yeah.
and MJF.
and an MJF. Okay, well, it's time for our final category. Where'd my? There we go. So, match of the year.
All right.
Okay, so I have 4, but I'm pretty sure 2 of these somebody else is gonna say.
Jesus
I had one and
Christ,
an
lady.
honorable mention.
Well, Manners, let's save you for last because you got
Okay.
probably more than all of us.
What are you
Barry,
doing
why don't
with
you go
your life?
first?
I'm going to Chad Gable and Gunther.
Okay.
That was one of mine.
That was a damn good match. Yeah.
Just because I watched it today, and it's still fresh in my mind.
Yep.
What are the chances that each one of us, Barry and AJ, have one that is on Minder's list and that she has her 4th one?
No,
Well,
we'll see.
I actually have honorable mentions too, so she's not the only one with multiple here.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, I'll
well,
go
I don't-
second then.
We'll let Reb go second. And I don't have time for honorable mentions because I'm hungry. So let's wrap this thing up.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I went with FTR versus Bullet Club Gold from AW Collision.
That was one of my honorable mentions.
The two. I'm
That was
talking about the 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah,
Because yeah,
that was one of my.
best tag team
honorable
match I've seen in a long time.
yeah.
You could have put either one of those matches that they had on up there for match of the year.
Yeah.
Really.
Go ahead, AJ, because I think you might have one. I think you're gonna have at least one of my other ones.
Well, one of my honorable mention is Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns, which I already talked about when I talked about why Sami Zayn was my babyface of the year.
Hmm.
He made you believe just for a second that he could beat Roman. He didn't, obviously, but he made you believe for a second, and he made you want him to, and that was a really emotional match.
Yeah.
So that's an honorable mention for me. And as already mentioned, the Bullet Club Gold versus FTR 2 out of 3 falls is another honorable mention. So that just leaves you with my match of the year: MJF and Bryan Danielson Iron Man match.
Okay, yeah, that was a hell of a match.
Okay,
Yeah.
Iron Man matches, we know they're great technically, right? But a lot of them, they just wear so fucking long, and you never feel like rewatching them, even though they're great. But like, goddamn, it's a time commitment to watch one of those. But
it is.
MJF and Danielson, they kept it entertaining the entire time.
Yeah, they did.
And it was great. Yeah, it was
My only-
fantastic. And then they went into overtime, and there was the oxygen tank over the head.
My only gripe about that match, you didn't have a damn clock 25 minutes of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they should. You need to keep the clock on the screen the whole time, Florida Tony. Come on now.
Was that the match where MJF threw the tequila in the kid's face?
Was it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Sure was.
Back when he didn't care if people liked him.
Right?
Right.
Back before he was everybody's scumbag.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my pick for match of the year.
All right.
Okay, so I'm
Very
down
good.
to 2 now. And I
Okay.
think you all will agree with one, and I hope you agree with the other one. So my match of the year is going to go to Rhea and Charlotte at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah, just
Thought
watch that
about
today.
on there.
That's why I added it. I was like, they're going to pick the Danielson and MJF, and they're going to pick the Gunther and Gable match. So I'm like, I can put those on there, but they'll be taken before it gets to me. And then my other one, I kind of talked about it earlier when I was talking about the finish, but was Jay Lethal and Mark Briscoe for
Oh, wow.
Jay's
A late entry.
for Jay's
No, the first one for the
tribute match.
Oh, the
memorial.
tribute
The
match.
first one.
The tribute.
The tribute
Okay.
match.
That was a good one.
It was
So
so
am-
emotional.
Yeah.
Everybody was in tears.
Yeah.
That one, that was one where I actually said, Tony, you did something right. So,
Mhm.
and anytime you have Jay and Lethal and Mark, I still wore it better. Anytime you have Mark and Jay or Lethal in the ring together,
Mhm.
it's so good. And
Yeah.
they've worked together for so long. It's just
But to see what Florida Tony's done to Mark Briscoe since then.
oh,
is just
so
maddening.
aggravating.
Oh man, I really thought he was gonna do better in the Continental Classic. I was like, especially after that promo he cut, he's like, I'm the most continental man in AEW. I drive a Lincoln Continental. I wake up and I eat a continental breakfast. I'm the most continental man in AEW. I thought he was gonna take it. I thought he was gonna take the whole thing right there.
Well, but Tony's really good about dropping the ball with anybody that has any type of support behind him. Okay, stop, Mark. Stop it. So tired of seeing Tony's face.
Hmm.
Mm. I guess it's not quite my birthday yet. You don't have to be nice yet.
I'm always nice. You know what? I was thinking the other day, and I think I finally figured out the big difference between me and Tony Khan. The only thing that makes him different from me is he's got $1 billion and he has to be liked by everyone.
Right.
I have no
Because
money and
now
I
I
don't
don't
have
care.
to be liked by anybody but my mama.
See, everybody likes me, but I don't go out of my way to make people like me.
There you go.
That's always
Now I'm just a
fun.
complete scumbag piece of trash to be honest, but my mama loves me, so I don't care.
That's all that matters.
And the hoots
Hey.
love you. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well,
You're
that
good.
concludes our year in review 2023. We'll do it again next year for sure. Before we let you guys go, I don't know if you saw this on Facebook. We put it up. Today is the 40th anniversary of the Iron Sheik winning the
Yeah.
WWE Championship from Bob Backlund.
Mm-hmm.
Era number one. Era number one. USA. Ha, phew.
I think you got some on Bari there.
I know. It looks like they're in the same room, doesn't it?
I know.
Don't, a little bit.
See, now that I've seen Bari's house, I can tell where he is in his apartment right now.
Yep. No no Bari in here.
No.
We're
I'm
Turbo
sitting
Go.
here. Right.
Oh,
I'm sitting
she's-
here. I'm sitting here in the Bari nest. So
The Barrio.
Aw,
She's
There's
over here.
Turbo.
she's chilling by the tree.
Aw.
Yeah.
hey, Terrence,
She's a cutie.
look at you.
Oh, we have a sandwich.
She's like, look only. Oh, there's Sammy.
Look at him.
Image.
That's your buddy, Bari.
Yeah, buddy boy. God, look at you. All
It's the
right.
cat. It's the cat that tried to push my coat out the door last time I was there.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
I put my coat on the floor and he played in it. I found his stash of catnip in my sleeve.
Hey, you should be thankful he was that nice to you.
I know. I know.
He could have pooped in it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Could've.
Hey, that's nicer than he is to 99% of people.
Alright.
We gonna let
Well-
the guys go.
Well, if you fellas want to get out of here, thank you for your help, and we'll do it again in 2024. Bari,
problem.
a week from Friday, we're doing another Gold Rush. Bari.
Yeah,
For the
and doing my damn homework. This
Yes,
one is
World Class Texas Heavyweight Championship this time.
Ooh.
So we're looking forward to that one.
You got me doing.
Now that's a deep cut right there.
It
That's
is
a deep cut.
Well,
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of World Class the last few weeks. So,
So have I.
yes.
It's
Yes. All right.
good stuff, right? It's good stuff, but yeah, I've been watching.
So good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you guys get out of here? We're going to get to a little bit of business and pay some bills, and we're going to get out of here also. We're going to be
All
under right around 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours. That's good time for us.
Yeah, right.
Real good time. I'm kind of
Especially
excited.
for these episodes.
Yeah, even if there was a top 10 and a Hall of Fame, we'd still be coming in at under the 2.5 hour mark. So hey,
Yeah. Yep.
what are the odds of that?
All
Yeah, 'cause
depends
we're
on what the top 10 would have been.
Yeah, well, that's true. Oh, there's Turbo again.
Yep, she's back.
Yep.
She said it's done. It's over with.
Yep.
Get off the computer.
She's like, quit talking wrestling and give me my cuddles.
All right, guys. We
All
shall
right.
see you. Well, is anybody going with me Saturday?
I will not be. I've got.
I'll let you know.
Work.
Okay.
What's Saturday?
At the earliest, we'll. Well, it'll be New Year's, I guess.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be New Year's.
And then
New Year's, yep.
Edgewood.
New Year's for sure, and then Edgewood, hopefully.
Yes.
Yep, New Year's. I got to work, but I'll get off. I'll take a shower and I'll be at the bar.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds
That
good.
works.
I'll fill you in on Saturday later, AJ. Or just keep
Okay.
listening. We might talk about it a little bit because it is some. of
Yeah,
our
I'm
favorites.
working Saturday and back in early Sunday morning.
Oh,
It's likely
then never
enough.
mind. Never mind.
Guys, Barry's hungry.
Yep. See, bye, Bari. Go eat.
Feed the Bari.
We'll see you.
All
right.
right.
See you later. All right. Well, that was fun. It's always fun when
always
you have
fun when the
multiple
guys
people
are
doing
on.
this. Yeah. All right. Well, a couple things to mention before we get out of here, Menders. First off, upcoming guest announcements here. We've got. Let me make sure I've got my schedule ready. No guests next week, which is our first episode of the new year.
Well, we'll have a lot to cover though, because we got
Well,
to figure out if we're actually gonna figure out a way to get AEW or if we're going to actually buy it.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. So yeah, no guests next week. On January 9th, we're actually very excited about this. For you ECW and Mid-South UWF fans, we got Jack Victory going to be joining us, which is going to be cool. I'm sure he'll have some cool stories to talk about.
Is that the one that's gonna be on the 10th, not the 9th?
No, he's on the
Oh,
9th.
okay. Okay.
It's funny you mentioned that because on the 10th, we're doing a special bonus episode interview. It's just going to be me this time, though.
Yep.
And,
I'm running away.
And we got a returning guest for this one though. The voice of the NWA, Joe Galley, is going to be talking with me a little bit ahead of the Paranoia pay-per-view. So that should be fun. Joe's a lot of fun to talk to. He's a good guy. Let's see. I don't have graphics for the next one. On January 16th, Mike Outlaw from St. Louis
I'm so excited about that one.
Promotions. Really cool wrestler. Very big guy, big strong guy. You know, if you liked our Camaro Jackson interview, then I think you'll like Mike Outlaw.
He's not quite as big as Mike, but I think he'll be as
Well.
much fun to talk to.
Well, yeah. And then on January 23rd, the plan is to do a special watch-along episode because that will be the 40th anniversary of Hulk Hogan beating the Iron Sheik for the world title at Madison Square Garden. So we're going to do a watch-along of that match. I think we'll try to get Narge for that one. He's the big Hogan guy.
There you go.
And then maybe Bari. But we'll have to wait and see.
I might sit that one out and let you boys take over.
If that's what you want to do, that's fine. And then on the 30th, we have an independent wrestler from the Carolinas, Josh Vallon. He's I forget his ring name off the top of my head, but he reached out to us and wanted to come on and talk a little bit. So we've done that before, and we'll have him on. And
You know who I'd like to see us get again?
Who's that?
Stackhouse.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. I'd love to have Stack on. He was a good chat. And
He
we got
was
to
a
get
lot of fun.
we got to get Justin Credible back on too for part two.
Yes. Yes, we need part 2 of that one. And we
Yes.
got to get Zach on here.
Oh yes, because he has
He has
teeth.
a story that we want to hear about.
Yes, Zach Ruber's he does video for a lot of the independents around here, so he's a cool guy. He had him on the shootout last week, but he says he has some interesting stories to let us in on. So we'll have to
Says
find
Tony
some.
Khan tried to ruin his life.
Yeah, and we need to hear more. He's
Yes, we
holding
need
out.
to hear the story.
Excuse me. I'm fine.
So,
So
can I talk about another? I'm going to another independent.
Oh yes. Where are you going?
Saturday, I am going to Signal 10 Wrestling
Okay.
over
Where's
in
that at?
Brazil, Indiana.
Yes.
So, I'm really excited because you know a lot of these people and a lot of these guys are friends. So, the main event is Sam Knight, Damn Right Sam Knight, versus Austin Ryan in a no DQ match.
Austin Ryan, yes. Try to get him locked down for a date because
I will do that. I will talk to him about that.
Yep.
And apparently they're having their first ever female match, which is going to be Leela Feist, I think Feist,
Feist, yeah.
versus Big Al. I get to see Alice Crowley again.
Alice Crowley, nice. She's one I'd love to have on the show sometime.
I said something to her, so we'll see. I said something to her at the last show I went to.
Okay.
And I get to see Jake Oman again.
Jake
and he's
Oman,
going,
yes.
And we've got works with him against Brandon Day. Now that's one I haven't heard of.
I'm not familiar with Brandon Day.
Then we have Ashton Adonis, and I did see him at the last show I went to. And he's a pompous ass, so he made me chuckle. But he's fighting somebody that our 01 crew knows, and that's Logan Myers.
Hey, what do you know?
So, loud and proud.
Yes. Is Jack Vaughn on this show?
He is not. However, Mr. Broadway, Kendall Fire will be.
Hey.
And guess who he's fighting? Aaron Atlas.
Aaron Atlas, your buddy.
My buddy. He is my buddy now.
Yep. Hey,
and
I might say something to Kendall about the podcast.
I will do that.
I kind of put a bug in his ear last time I saw him. But, just follow up with him if you would.
And then we have Dutch Platinum, which the last time I seen him, he was in a. Wait. I saw him at the last show, but I think he fought Jake Oman. Okay. But he's taking on one of my he's taking on my new favorite,
Black Christian.
No, not Black Christian. He's taking on Jay Silva, my buddy Jay.
Silva. Yes, he give you a trembler.
And then your favorite, Bang Bang Bart, or Clayton Clark, versus Dion Freeman. So I have not seen Dion Freeman. Yeah, that guy. I'm interested to see how he is there. Because I've seen both reincarnate. Yeah, see? But Dion Freeman looks very interesting. We'll have to see. But I'm gonna get over there to go see these guys, considering I know at least one person in every match that's over there. So if Bari doesn't join me, and it doesn't sound like AJ's going to be able to join me, but I think I got a friend meeting me over there. So
is your cousin going to go?
Nope, he's not going. He's got to pick and choose, and he's going with us to 01 the 20th. So
nice.
So that's the. So I'm enjoying getting out, and ever since this foot finally healed.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready to kick 2023 out of here. Let's get 2024. I'm ready to have some fun. So
all right. Well, to have fun be money, so let's pay some bills, Menders.
Yeah.
ProWrestlingTees.com/JTRPod here, and you can get some of your favorite t-shirt designs from the Jumping the Rail and 01 Shootout podcasts. You can get the usual suspects there. I haven't had any new designs on there for a while. I may have to think of.
You might need to redo it a little bit. You have to leave at least leave the bump card and the get your shit and move card and the get your shit and move.
Yeah, and the Hot Fights Raw money.
And the independent wrestling. Okay, so you get to change 4 of them.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, if we can throw this one on there, Prodigy. I
If
guess
that
technically
means
I'm
I
not
don't have to
supposed
see
to
a
be
single
selling.
of it, I'll be all right.
I guess technically, am I supposed to be showing this shirt? Because
Yes, you're not on the shootout, so yes, you can
okay,
show it.
okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, brainbustertees.com/other/JTRS podcast network. Another spinning wheel of t-shirts there. This one's more 0-1 shootout based on the bottom third there, and then you got the JTR Army, you got the Heart Foundation, you got all that kind of good
Well, you have
stuff
your
there.
Gold Rush on there. Your Gold Rush
Yeah,
was on there.
you got Gold Rush on there also for you belt fans. They got the JTFNR ECW style shirt, the aforementioned Gary Vasilio Bearded Dragon t-shirt, and yeah, so then if we have merchandise at our appearances at 0-1 shows, I do take credit cards now, so we got that going for me. And we don't have to plug your fudge this week, Menders.
Nope, I'm done.
Fudge season is over.
It's over.
All
Well, I
right.
do have some left, so I guess if somebody wants some, they can always contact me, see if I still have some left, but I'm not
Yeah.
making any more.
Yeah, okay. All right. And like I said, next week we start the weekly podcast, and we'll probably talk a lot about World's End, the AW pay-per-view, probably talk about Day 1 on Raw the next night, and who knows what else. We'll have
We'll have to
I
talk
think we're
about
doing-
Dynamite.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, so, and hopefully going weekly, the shows will be shorter.
That's what we're hoping
is-
for.
that
That's
is
what
the
we're
plan.
hoping for.
That is the plan. But yeah, so join us then. Still gonna be 6 o'clock on Tuesdays. Just
Don't forget
you
to
know.
tune in tomorrow. We have Rob Leach from
Yes.
01.
yes, Mr. Christmas, the
Yep.
voice of the Indies, Robert Leach, will be joining us on the shootout tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on the JTR Podcast Network YouTube page. We got quite a bit to talk about for 01 USA. We got
We got to talk about
Joey
Santa
versus-
Claus.
We got to talk about Santa Claus. Apparently he doesn't wash his hands.
Hey,
Then,
now, stop it.
Then we got to talk a little bit about the week after with Camaro Jackson and Mad Dog Connolly.
And the
So-
week after, we have Clayton Clark coming on, don't we?
Yeah. Yep. We got
That'll be the
Clayton coming on the 3rd.
Third? Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he'll be
that's it.
on next week's
We'll be
shootout,
on the
so-
second on this one. We'll be on.
Right.
I'm gonna have trouble keeping all this straight.
All right. Well, as we say goodbye this week, since it's the last episode, I figured we would do a short tribute to some of the wrestlers that passed away this year that we talked about. So I'll throw that up before we close it out. So for Menders, this is Rev. Manuel. Life is hard, work stiff, and we'll see you next year.
Thanks, guys.